One of the main problems with shooting with your smartphone, at least for me anyway, has always been framing up the shot. Sure, you can use a selfie camera, but it's always lower megapixel. You really want to be shooting with the main camera sensor to get the highest quality possible. Now, Shimbol addressed this issue with the CP5, and it worked great. I loved it, but it was missing one huge feature, and they've updated, whatever you want to call it, but let's get into it. For those of you that are new here, my name is Donnie B. I make photo and tech related content, so if that sounds like something that you're into, consider subscribing. If you find this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button. So our friends over at Shimbol have sent out the newest version of the CP5 for us to try out, which is the CP5 Ultra. And like I said, they've upgraded it. It's got a huge new feature, and that's touchscreen. This is huge. It also supports playback, tap to focus. This changes everything. Now the CP5 was great for vlogging. You know, you just hit record, you got it close by, but now you can actually get some range to your shots. Now say you want to get that nice wide establishing shot, or if you're into filmmaking and you want to get your wides, mediums, and tights without having to move the camera around, well now you can do all that with the touch of a button with the CP5 Ultra. Say you want to punch in 5 times to emphasize a point, or if you want to go in 25 times and really get that dramatic feel, you know, that sense of urgency, ooh, or keeping a secret. And one thing that is really huge about it is the ability to play back. Now you can review your clip without having to get up and go back to the camera, or if you need to adjust your spot or maybe adjust some of your settings, you can do all that right here from the CP5 Ultra. So not only is the CP5 Ultra touchscreen with all your camera controls, it gives you full phone control. You can check a text message, you can play back videos, you can even reply to an email. Now it does have ultra low latency up to 50 meters, which is 40 milliseconds. That's pretty good, but it is a little laggy if you're trying to respond to a text or something. I don't really recommend doing that. The brightness is 500 nits, and that's not the brightest monitor on the market, but it's respectable. I mean, in bright daylight, you can still see. And it's a built-in 2000 milliamp hour battery that will get you 3.5 hours of runtime. Now connecting is pretty straightforward. When you power on the device, it gives you directions for both Android and iPhone. If you're using a Samsung like I am, we're filming on the S26 Ultra by the way, then you would just turn on Smart View screen mirroring and then connect to CP5 Ultra using Wi-Fi. So as of right now, it comes in 2 colorways. You can get it in black or you can get it in pink, and it retails for $89.99. Now, not a day goes by where I am not incorporating a Shimbol product of some kind into my daily workflow, whether it's for client work or personal projects. It could be their monitors, it could be their wireless transmitters. They find their way into my camera bag every single time. And in my personal opinion, I do believe price to performance, it is one of the best tools that you can have in your camera bag, especially with the touchscreen and the ability to have playback. That is huge. You're no longer bound to be right there at the camera. Say you want to do a top-down shot on your desk, and instead of getting up and adjusting the camera, you can do all that right now while still sitting at your desk. Now the body is all plastic. I do feel like that's a bit of a downgrade from the previous model. It doesn't record either, but honestly, I never really use that recording feature on the CP5 anyway. I do use it a lot on my bigger cameras with the bigger monitor, but with the 5-inch, I just never really used it. So it's all plastic body. It has 4 buttons around the outside. There's a 5-volt USB-C for charging. And then you have power on and off that also doubles as your brightness. And then there's a screen flip, and then you have volume controls. Oh, and a remote camera shutter. Now, one thing I do appreciate in the box, not only do you get a screen protector, but they now include a MagSafe ring that you can stick to your phone if you're not using a case, and if you're using an Android phone. Samsung has not quite adopted the MagSafe technology yet. Google Pixel has joined the party, but Samsung just refuses to put magnets in their phone. I guess it has something to do with that S Pen, but now you can just stick that ring to the back of your phone, and it's MagSafe compatible. Now you get your wides, your mediums, and your tights without even approaching the camera. Now again, it's not the brightest monitor on the market, but I personally would rather have that 3.5 hours of runtime than to have a super bright monitor and only get an hour. So as you can see, you got your 4 buttons on the side here. This is your remote camera shutter button. Now if you're using touchscreen, I guess, you know, this is still an option. I don't really use it much. It's not even connected to Bluetooth at the moment. And then you have your screen flip, and then this is zoom to fill as well as your volume adjustment, and then the power button that doubles as the brightness. Now, I don't know how well you can see this right now, but it's at its brightest setting, I think. Let me check. Oh no, there was one more. So, like I said, it's not super bright, but it's enough. That ought to send your mind down a wormhole, huh? Now, this video is not sponsored, and Shimbol was gracious enough to send this out to us to try out, and it actually should have been up about 2 weeks ago. I've been super busy with weddings and senior portraits. I hope they forgive me, but there will be affiliate links in the description below, especially if you film with your phone, then this is something you really need to consider adding to your toolbox. But if you don't film with your phone, check out their website. They have just about everything for any type of filmmaker, whether it's big monitors for your mirrorless cameras, all the way to wireless transmitters. I mean, go check out the website, shimbol.com. There's something for everybody. Now, I know what you're thinking. Donnie, what if I don't need all that wireless stuff? What if I never walk away from my phone? What if I'm just constantly holding the phone or standing right there at it and I only record vertical content? Don't worry, Shimbol's got you covered. They came out with the P4 Air. Now, the P4 is not new. The original P4 was wireless. This is a wired version. No battery, extremely light. It comes with everything you need in the box, including the cable. This is a 240 watt, 80 gig, 8K cable, and it's already bent around to where it just plugs right into the bottom of your phone. MagSafe. It also includes a little MagSafe ring that sticks to your phone if you don't have a case. And the cool thing about this is you can actually plug in microphones, you can plug in a charger, and connect it to your phone all at the same time. So on the side here, you got a USB-C, and this is where your microphone is going to go. And then on the bottom, you have where your phone will connect, and then you have a charger to where you can charge your device. It's an 18 watt pass-through, so you can charge your device, display, and run a microphone all through this one little device. Now, this is $79 compared to the $89. It is touchscreen as well with full phone control. So you can zoom in, you can start, stop, record, you can actually control your entire device with just this. But it works just as well, but it only works with vertical format. I don't know why I could not get it to work with horizontal video. So if you're into TikToks or YouTube shorts and you just need a monitor to put on the back of your phone, this is an excellent option. So now I have the P4 Air connected via USB on the Samsung S26 Ultra, and I'm able to record vertical content using the main camera on the back of the phone, getting the highest quality that I can possibly get. Yeah, you can use a selfie camera, but on this phone it's 12 megapixels versus 200 megapixels or 50 megapixels, whatever you have it set to. But it's still higher quality using that main camera, and you can frame up the shot like you need to. And as you can see, that DJI transmitter is plugged right into the side, and the image actually looks really good. Now, the image is 1080p, and the brightness is only 400 nits on this one. It's a little bit dimmer than the CP5 Ultra, but it's still plenty bright. It looks great, actually. Now, one thing to note, if you're going to be using the P4 Air with any Samsung device, then you will need to disable DeX. It will think it's just a generic external monitor and go into DeX mode. So if you go into quick settings, you should see the toggle there for DeX. Just turn that off and it will work perfectly with your camera app. It'll also work with the Blackmagic camera app if that's what you choose to use. And that's going to do it for this one. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. And thanks again to Shimbol for sending this out for us to try. You know, they're really good about it. They've been a supporter of the channel for a long, long time. They were actually one of the first that ever sent something out to me, and they just continue to do so. And as long as they do, and as long as they continue to make good products, then we'll keep showcasing them for them. So as always, take care of yourselves. You know you deserve it. I'm Donnie B, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.